What's going on, TLA family? Welcome to the first ever episode of Burke's Thoughts. In this series, I'm going to make this particularly just for YouTube and for my podcast. You can see on Spotify and Anchor, on several other different podcast platforms. This is going to be steadily added onto there. But in this one, I'm going to get a little bit deeper. If you actually had a conversation with me or watched one of my lives, you know I like to get, I like to kind of get philosophical, so to say, and really, go deep here. So on this one, it's been something I've been wanting to do for about a year now. I'm like, fuck it. The first topic I'm going to do, it fits perfectly with me starting this. As you know, I've been all about, talking about tequila and some shenanigans and everything. And on this show, I'm going to be getting into, some of my thoughts and, my thought process and, my ideas on certain topics. With the first one being, if you watch my Instagram, you would have saw, I think it was like Monday, I made a shirt that says, "Fear is the killer of success." So this is what this show is going to be. This first annual show is going to be about. It's about fear being the killer of success, and going into going deeper into what I think about that, what I mean by that as well, and even on the flip side, how fear can also be the motivator for success, the motivator for doing right, for doing better, for being a better person. And on this podcast, I may have some people jump in or may not, but this is mostly going to be just me coming out here talking about, my thoughts, my feelings on certain topics that I think of. I'll I'll probably make a shirt for each one of these topics as well. And of course, I'm always going to have a bottle of tequila that I'm going to talk about as well. The one that I had today for the first annual show, this is actually the Maestro Dobel pick, the Maestro Dobel Kenwood store pick that I did. As you can see, I know it's probably backward on the cameras, but it says Tequila, picked by Tequila Lovers Anonymous for, where is that? For Kenwood Liquor. Can't really see it. For Kenwood Liquor. So I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on this as well, as I'm talking about fear. But first and foremost, what I mean by fear is the killer of success is that, most people don't start something, they don't chase their dreams, they don't do something that they really crave to do, that they feel like, hey, this is me, this is going to be, this is something that I really want to do in life. This is who I want to be in life, or this is something that I want to pursue in life. This is a business I want to start. This is an adventure I want to go after. This is a property. I want to start to invest in properties. I want to get in shape, or whatever it is that you have as a goal that fear cripples you from being able to go out and achieve that. And if you really want to look at it, it's something that we all have. It's something that we all have. It's something that, if you could just master, then you could achieve so many more things in your life. My wife and I just had a conversation about this real quick, because I was telling her about me starting the show and everything, and how, me starting Tequila Lovers Anonymous, or TLA, how it wouldn't be where it is right now if it wasn't for me conquering a fear. If it wasn't for me conquering jumping down in income, or being judged, or being ridiculed, or being made fun of, or not being taken serious, or someone just sitting there looking at me like, oh, this dude don't know what the fuck he's talking about. How me mastering that fear, and how fitting that I do have Maestro Dobel, Maestro, but how fitting is that to be talking about on this? Because, number one, like I said before, fear can be the ultimate killer of dreams and killer of success, or it can be the ultimate motivator of dreams and motivator of success. Uh, First and foremost, everyone, like I said, everyone has fear. But if you sit here and you succumb to your fears, uh, you know, say you come from an impoverished area, like my wife and I, we come from poor families. I come from a single mother household that, my mom had to work 3 jobs just to put some food on the table. Father wasn't there, and it was a very hard situation growing up. Same thing for my wife. She came from 63rd and King Drive. If anyone knows about Chicago, you already know, 63rd and King Drive, growing up in the 90s, hey, it's not sweet over there, man. It's still not. It's still dangerous. To this day, 63rd and King Drive is a very dangerous area in Chicago. And if it wasn't for, being able to, one, identify the fear that's in front of you, and identify the danger that's in front of you. Identify the barriers that are in front of you, and that's the first thing you need to do, is identify those barriers, identify those fears, identify those obstacles that you need to overcome, and then you need to identify how is that affecting your body, how is that affecting your actions, how are you, how is it affecting how you move in life? Is it causing you to stop in your tracks and be, and just be stuck? Is it causing you just to be stuck right there and saying, man, I can't move further, I can't go further? Or is it making you run faster? You know what I mean? Is it motivating you to say, look, I need to get out of here, out of this situation as soon as possible? What is the most effective way that I can do it? That's number 2. Number 3, you need to understand, where are those fears pushing you to? Where are they pushing you toward? Where are you running toward? Is that fear, you may be running fast, but is that down the fast path to jail? Is it down the fast path of failure? Or is it to the fast path of success? You know what I mean? Is it to the fast path of getting out of the situation that you want to get out of, and becoming a better person? That's something that you need to ask yourself. You need to take that assessment, and you need to really come back and identify that in 4s. What are you doing about it? Are you just staying, are you making an action plan to improve from it? Are you just staying stuck there? Are you just saying, fuck it, I'm just done, and you're just giving up on life? Or is that keeping you motivated to do more, to do better, to run faster, to learn more, to be quicker, to to have more confidence? Which one is it? And that's what you need to identify in your life, is which one is it? And then another thing you want to look at is, I'll say, with those, once you've identified those, once you understand them, once you understand the path that is taking you down, then you really understand how fear is going to affect your success, or is going to affect you, or it's going to drive you to success, or it's going to drive you to failure. That's when you really are going to start to understand it. And by the way, guys, this is going to go in no certain path or whatever. This is just my thoughts, and I'm just talking on my thoughts. I don't have anything planned out for it. I'm just speaking. This is a topic that's been on my mind. But I think that once you've identified those things, and once you can have an action plan to to make sure you're going down the path of success, then the sky's the limit, man. Once you are able to, get past the fear of being mocked, being ridiculed, being, being the butt of a joke. We all get laughed at, we all get joked on, we all get cracked on. But once you get past that and you have a path that you want to go down, then you're going to end up in a more successful spot than where you are. Just looking at, where my wife and I are, right now, when we were just talking about this, like coming from where we came from, coming from the situations that we came from, and the upbringing that we had, man, not a lot of people make it out. Not a lot of people, the fear of failure is so not the fear of failure, but failure in itself is so ingrained in people that grow up in impoverished areas and grow up, in single families and grow up like with fucked up lives and everything. Like failure is so ingrained in it because that's all you see every day, and you're too scared to look outside of it because you're saying, man, okay, I found some happiness in this failure, so I'm too afraid of possibly being worse off than the person that you see next to you, that has even worse things going on in their life, that have even more issues going on in their life that they're having to face. So it's like you're too afraid to look on the other side of the fence. You're too afraid to see if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. So you just keep doing what you've known all your life, what you're seeing all your life, what you see people are doing around you all your life, and you're too afraid to think anything else. You're too afraid to think outside the box. You know what I mean? And it kills your success. I mean, it kills a lot of dreams. It kills hope. It kills, motivation. It kills drive. It's hard to conquer. It really is. And coming up and playing sports, one thing that I saw the most in the difference between a great athlete, a good athlete, and a poor athlete or an average athlete is this guy too afraid to pass out on the field or to throw that fastball on the outside corner because he thinks that the guy is going to hit a home run off of him? Is the guy too afraid of the hitter that's coming up because the hitter that's coming up has a name versus, no one knows who you are? Maybe that hitter has scouts in the stands and no one's coming to see you. So you're too afraid to go up there and dominate, because you're going up against, maybe you're from some small town somewhere. You're playing against a Chicago big city team or whatever that has maybe a couple guys on there that's going to get drafted, or you're on the AAU team that no one really knows about, and you playing against a team that has a couple of draft picks on there. Are you too afraid to go up and shine against them because they already have that name or what? That fear goes to so many, and it kills so many different aspects of your life, and it keeps you from succeeding in so many different aspects of your life that it's absolutely insane when you really think about it. That, if you were just come over here and say, hey, I'm going to conquer my fears. I'm going to say, fuck it, man. Fuck it. Fuck what everybody think. Fuck who the hell is up at the plate against me. I'm going to dominate. I'm going to be successful. Fuck whatever obstacle is put in front of me. Fucking people not liking this or reading this or listening to this right now. I'm going to keep doing it because I know that I'm going to be successful. I know that I'm going to build a following. I know I'm going to have people that want to hear my message. I know that no matter what, I'm going to succeed in this life. If you can conquer your fear of failure and get to that point in your life, then success is there. Success is right there. I mean, it just is, bro. It just is. By the way, I'm gonna take a stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna tell you guys about the store pick. Now, I drank it out of 2 different glasses. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys about this real quick. So it's a Maestro Dobel special edition, the one I picked right here. This bottle goes for about $40 a bottle. You can only get it at Kenwood Liquor in Cicero, well, in Oakland and in Homer Glen. Only 2 places you can get this bottle right now. I drank it out of a snifter, and honestly, it came in hot, and it came in more like a tequila for bourbon drinkers. You know, it didn't come in as sweet. Out of a snifter, it didn't come in as sweet as I thought it would, that I wanted it to be. But it's still delicious. It was a little bit more peppery than I thought. But now I have the crystal. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the crystal. You can see my crystal glass. I'm swishing it around here. And it has that slight sweetness that I wanted. Has the pepper that I was tasting before is gone. Well, it's still there, but it's not as dominant as it was before. Had this slight hints of vanilla, but a lot of fresh agave. Just that sweetness in the agave as well. Get a little bit of cinnamon out of it. The nose is beautiful. I mean, I'm happy with this. I'm happy that I picked this one. I'm very happy that I picked this one. Yeah, it's a good pour. Like I said, it's $40. You can go get it at Kenwood Liquor. Shout out to TJ for trusting me with this. I truly appreciate you, my man. I even have this box to display on my bar here. They're supposed to have my logo on there, so they messed up and didn't put my logo on there. But you know what? Can't get it all. You know, at least it says it was picked by me on the bottle. But yeah, that's what my thoughts on this. And yeah, let's get back into this. What I want to get on now is how fear can motivate you. How fear, on the other hand, fear can be the motivator to push you to succeed. I was this is getting deep, and I'm letting you guys know more about me. My biggest fear, my ultimate biggest fear in life is to be a horrible father. I do have the man that I call my father. He is absolutely amazing. He's an amazing guy. He took me in he sort of pseudo adopted me as his own kid. Him and his wife cannot have children, but they looked at me and said, hey, they saw my mom working 3 jobs, trying to raise 2 boys by herself, and say, they let us help with Tyler, let us help with your older son as well, in any capacity that you would like. But we really want to, we see Tyler as more of our real as a son, because he was my baseball coach, and we had a father-son connection that started. I think I was around the age of 7. He kind of was a mentor to me at start, and and now my son calls him Grandpa. Truly, my son calls him Grandpa, and my son calls his wife Grandma. He doesn't know him by any other names. It's Grandma and Grandpa. But the fear of being like my real father, the fear of being like my stepfather. My stepfather beat the shit out of me. I wasn't tough enough for him. He was into some illegal stuff, and of course he wanted to have some tough sons as well. I wasn't his real son, but I was under his roof, so I wasn't tough enough for him. And my real father strung out on drugs. I'm not talking about just a little bit of you know, devil's lettuce, so to say. But some hardcore stuff, so needless to say, he wasn't there for me. And my fear of being like them two, my fear of being a horrible father to my son, of perpetuating what I saw from those two, and my fear of not being like the man that I call my father now, motivating me so much to be a better father, that my son knows, if he, like, when he yells out daddy, daddy is there, or daddy is somewhere nearby, or if he really needs daddy and daddy's not there, he can call daddy and daddy will rush back. He knows that I'm 100% there for him. He knows that there's nothing in this world that I won't do for him. And my fear of failing him as a father has motivated me to be a successful father. And it still motivates me to be an even better father and to continue to grow to be a better man and a better father. My fear of being a horrible husband. My fear of being unsuccessful. My fear of being, of being a bum, fear of being like other people that I grew up with that end up strung out or in jail or in a grave. That has been a motivator overall for me and a driving force for me overall to chase after any dream that I have and any goal that I want to have, that I want to achieve, with the force of a thousand, a million fucking men, have it to where I can't be stopped, and nothing's going to stop me from being successful. And that's what you see, that driving force is what you see in other successful people, what you see in these, highly successful entrepreneurs, these highly successful titans of the industry. You look at athletics, well, LeBron James and Tiger Woods and Serena Williams, and all these top athletes, and shit, man. Like, that the fear of failure drives them so much and drives so many people, that are successful and that are, like I said, leaders in their industry and are just successful people in general. That fear of failure drives them so much that it makes it impossible for them not to succeed, because they are stopping at nothing to succeed. They still have fear. They still are scared to fucking death. I mean, I was a pitcher, and I remember some of the times that I had I pitched my best games. I was scared going in, but I hyped myself up. I'm like, you know what? Fuck them, fuck that, fuck whoever's in front of me. I'm fucking conquering them. I am going to outwork them. I'm going to outsmart them. If not, then I'm going to intimidate them enough to where they're fucking scared to step in a box against me, or I'm going to be so confident at the plate where, they're not going to want to, the pitcher's not going to want to see me, it's kind of like a thing where they say, fake it till you make it, if you are so scared, like sometimes when you being so scared, if you just learn how to fake it till you make it in order to still conquer that fear, to overcome that fear of failure, then, when you can be, on film, or you can go and watch that film, game tape, or, whatever it is. If you're an influencer, yeah, my son's yelling his ass off up there. He's playing around with our dog. But, if you like, say you were, say you're on here, say you're talking to the camera like I am right now. You're scared as balls to be opening up like I'm opening up right now. And, but you keep talking, and you keep pushing through it. You keep going through it. You'll be like, it'll be, you'll be scared as balls while you are here, but you go back and you look at the tape and you're like, damn, it came out pretty damn good, So, I'm coming up on here. I want to keep this to a half an hour plus. I'll be doing this as a precursor, kind of like a pregame to Tequila with Friends that you'll be able to watch live on Instagram Live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on the live. So it's about, I got about 14 more minutes. So, and about 4 more minutes left of this. But yeah, man, fears is the ultimate killer of success, man. Just don't be afraid, man. You only live once. You only fucking live once. So why not do what you want to do? Life is short. Life is too short to be scared of achieving success. Life is too short to be scared of not going out there and trying to chase down your dreams. It just is. One of my other biggest fears is being that person that is 60 years old and saying, damn, I wish I would have tried that. Damn, like I wish I would have pursued that dream. Like even if I failed, at least like I've tried so many things that I wanted to try, and some have been successful, some have been complete duds. But the thing that I can say when I lay my head down at night is, at least I fucking tried. At least I gave it my all. And when you can say that, man, that's success. That's success. At least you know what you're made of, and it's going to make you better for the next time, make you better for the next adventure, make you better for the next, thing that you feel passionate about and you're motivated about achieving. And that's what it all comes down to, man. That's what it all comes down to. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. Once again, during this recording, during this live, while you hear my son go crazy upstairs, he's playing with our dog, I've been sipping on the special edition of Maestro Dobel, my own personal store pick for Kenwood Liquor. Thank you to Kenwood Liquor, TJ at Kenwood Liquor, for allowing me to be a part of this process. I think that it's probably the best $40 bottle I've ever tasted in my life. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm a little biased and everything, but it's great. But for that price range, for this bottle, I would definitely say if you want a spicier, drink it out of a grifter, whatever the fuck they call it. But if you want it to smooth out, drink it out of a crystal glass. It'll smooth it out. But it's a well-balanced tequila. I like it a lot. As long as they keep it in, it'll be on my bar, because I fucking picked it, But yeah, this is the first episode of Burke's Thoughts. There it is. I know I kind of rambled on, but that's what this is about. This is me getting my thoughts out, sharing some of my thoughts with you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know, DM me, whatever it is. Let me know your thoughts on it all. And, we go from there. We increase our conversation. It's all about, it's about conversation over great tequilas and great beers, great bourbons, whatever your pick of poison is. And of course, throwing a great cigar in there as well. It's cold here, in Chicago, so a little bit too cold for me to be outside right now. My blood is not so quote unquote thickened up enough for me to really feel comfortable being outside for hours, because I'm about to be going live here in about 10 minutes for Cigar Head Fred's birthday party. So, you know, you're probably not going to catch us on this one because I'm just going to be uploading it as soon as I'm off of here. Then I'm going right over there. But for the next one, join us for the actual show, Tequila with a Friend show, at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Instagram Live. But this will be posted on Wednesdays. At least one, I'm going to promise at least once a week. At least once a week, I'm going to upload something to my podcast, Tequila Loves Anonymous, and to YouTube, Tequila Loves Anonymous TV. So, love you guys. Talk to you soon. And appreciate you guys for listening to my thoughts.